I love the Southwestern United States. And of course, I love genealogy. I'm Robin Wirthlin, and I'm preparing to become an accredited genealogy professional in the Southwest United States region. Today, I'll show you some of the important concepts and records that I'm learning about and practicing using as I prepare to take the Level 2 and Level 3 exams. The states in the Southwest Accreditation region are California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. It's been fun to learn more about each state and the records generated in them that help people trace their family history. ICAPGEN has provided a list of important record types to study and prepare to use during the Level 2 and 3 accreditation exams. This list includes records that you must know very well, and some of these are cemetery, census, church records, land and property records, newspapers, probate, and vital records. Then we need to have a good working knowledge of the list that is in the center column. So that includes census records, city directories, U.S. congressional records, family history, immigration records, histories, land and property, maps, periodicals, and more. And then I need to have some familiarity with adoption records, Bible, business records, court records, land records, tax and voting records, etc. Continuing on in the list, there is a great list of resources and repositories that has links to archives, courthouses, and historical societies. And as I learn about the Southwest region and research in it, I need to know how to access the records and services in all of these key repositories. There is a wealth of information that can be accessed through the links, and it's been exciting to learn more about the archives and libraries, courts, and historical societies, and the records that they hold that help me research in the Southwest region. Also in this guide that ICAPGEN gave, there is a list of key websites that are really important to know about and to be familiar with their resources. I'm really thankful for this list because it's guided me in learning both broadly and specifically about the Southwest region and the records that have been generated in it. In addition to knowing about records and how to access them and use them to find families, I also will need a good genealogy working knowledge of Spanish because many of the historical records kept in the Southwest were recorded in Spanish. And that is especially records that were recorded before the area became part of the current United States. I'll show you a bit about how I have my research reference guides organized in folders in Google Drive. These folders contain records and information that is linked to online articles and collections and other helpful documents. So the categories that I have are state reference guides, general history and geography, research methodology, U.S. federal records, document interpretation that includes also documents, examples of documents that are found in the Southwest region, report writing that includes a citation template and some general writing guidelines and assistance in writing research reports. Accreditation preparation is where I'm keeping the information that I learn and study that will directly impact how I take the exams. And then I have a DNA folder because I often work with DNA, and that's where I typically spend a lot of my research time. So for the exams, I will download the folders onto a flash drive and take that flash drive with me to the test. I'll be able to load the folders from the flash drive onto the computer where I'm taking the test, and then I'll have access to the research guides during the exams. I have 6 state reference guides and one for Alta California, which was the area of the Southwest that was formerly a province of the Viceroyalty of New Spain. And then it was a province of the First Mexican Empire. And after that, it was known as the Federal Territory of Mexico. So I definitely need to be very familiar with it, as well as each of the states. So to create my state reference guides, I started with a template from FamilyLocket.com, and I started adding information to it. So I included specific information from this guide here about the types of records that are important to know and use. And I did that for each state reference guide. So while I'm taking those tests about the region, I think it will be really helpful to have this quick access to all of the records that are in here. And I felt like the best way to have the records for a certain state or area all together was to put it into a reference guide. And that way I'm not going to be needing to go back and forth between various records and files, and I can focus on answering the questions. So continuing on with the state reference guides, I included information about vital records and when they started. I've included links to online research guides, newspapers, other websites. I've also included maps that are both modern and historical, and links to online map collections. I also have a timeline of major events and history and migration routes. And a lot of the items are hyperlinked to articles and specific guides. And those links will take me directly to a record collection or directly to an article that will help me to learn more about researching and help me to understand more factors that are important while researching people in this area. Then I continue on and have law and government links. I have links to libraries and archives. These are all going to be very useful and helpful to me. And the preparation that I do before the test in studying and learning more and learning all about these different records and repositories, the laws of the area will help me as I correlate evidence and put everything together during the research. It's been a really meaningful journey as I've learned and grown in my research experiences. And I'm looking forward to continuing preparation for the level 2 and 3 exams and eventually the oral review as a final step toward accreditation. Thank you for watching and best wishes with your own genealogy education.